News at 5:30. Fox 4 News starts now.
Hi, and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. First on Fox 4 News at 5:30 tonight. The man behind the undercover video of Affordable Care Act workers in North Texas telling him to lie on his application. Now, some senators want that Navigator program shut down entirely. The government says since October the 2nd, when the Affordable Care Act rolled out, just a little more than 106,000 people enrolled. Of that, only about 27,000 were online. The extremely disappointing numbers are being blamed in part on the well-publicized problems with the website. But the undercover video from Dallas and Irving is an entirely different problem that has nothing to do with the website. Only on Fox 4. Sean Rabb talked with a man who went undercover. Sean's at the Urban League of Greater Dallas headquarters with more on that conversation. Sean.
Yes, Steve, and first of all, let me tell you, no on-camera interview from the folks here at the Urban League. In fact, just moments ago, they said everything is on hold here. Also, no word today from County Judge Clay Jenkins. That's significant because he has been the voice and face of Obamacare in Dallas County, but he would not talk to me about this episode, which we all saw last night. I did today, though, talk to the man who wore that undercover camera into 2 Urban League offices. He says the employees he talked to about filling out the health care applications were trying to steer him into fraudulent waters. So how do you feel today?
I feel good. I feel good. The calls have been a lot,
Meet Lawrence Jones, the man who entered 2 Urban League offices testing employees on the Affordable Care Act. Lawrence, tell me about how you became the undercover uninsured.
Well, I decided to take with Project Veritas, which is with James O'Keefe. He's the CEO out of New York. And basically, I went undercover to expose fraud. The undercover tapes first released to Fox News Monday night. Did Project Veritas pay you for your work in this project? They did. It would be a lie for me to say that I didn't receive funds for being a part of this project. It almost had became my job. I was doing this for a while. Did they tell you what questions to ask? It was all brainstorming. We were all trying to figure out what's the best, but we tried to make it what average Americans would ask. Jones went to the Dallas and Irving Urban League offices. The places that I visit personally, they had not received all their training yet. And did they tell you that? And they told me that. They told me that they didn't. But you shouldn't be giving me any type of advice if you haven't received the proper training. Beyond training, one employee tells Jones to lie on his application about whether he's a smoker. I really don't smoke. I may lie because your premiums will be higher. Okay. On Fox News, Texas Senator John Cornyn wants to shut down the whole Navigator program.
This is sort of what you would expect when these people are recruited and paid by the federal government to sign people up for health care. And, of course, they're going to tell them, they're incentivized to tell these people to qualify no matter what your financial circumstances are, and unfortunately encourage them to lie. I feel like I really have to watch my back right now, Jones says he's gotten some threats, but also says what he did was the right thing. And the thing about these tapes, Sean, is it's not one of those are you going to have to guess, is that really fraud? It's plain and simple. As the lady said on the video, lie. And Lawrence Jones tells me that he has heard through social media from Senators Cornyn as well as Ted Cruz and Attorney General Greg Abbott. He says Abbott told him the work that he did was, quote, amazing. And a second tape, at least 3 tapes from the Texas project, second tape scheduled to be released, we believe, tomorrow, Steve.
All right. I think a lot of people like Lawrence Jones, kind of a right, wrong, no gray area guy, and that came across pretty strongly today. What about, like, County Judge Clay Jenkins and so many of these people were out riding kind of the victory lap, backslapping and such with the president last week, and they've all kind of run for cover. Do you expect, whose area of responsibility is this? Should the county judge be talking about this? Should the Urban League be more upfront? Who should we be hearing from shortly? Who do you expect to hear from shortly?
Well, I don't know. I think not Clay Jenkins. Judge Jenkins told me today he wasn't going to talk about this. I really pressed him on doing an interview because he has been the voice and the face of Obamacare in Dallas County. The biggest proponent, but he said he wasn't going to talk about this because these people were not, as he put it, county employees. That does not, however, deflect from the damage perhaps they've done to the Navigator program. Here at the Urban League, I've been told by the assistant to the CEO and president, Dr. Beverly Mitchell Brooks, her assistant, that Dr. Brooks had to meet with the board, and the board would then decide if she would, in fact, sit down and talk with me or have a news conference or make any kind of public statement. That's kind of where it